Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, 55.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 55, Mike 55.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Attack! Come on,
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow! Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Coming to you. Mike's 50. Yellow. Watch the pass. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Nice 7, let's go.
Get ready. Here we go,
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
We got this.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go. 60 yards.
Stay with your man.
Protein spill.
Check.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
Switch.
Deep rip.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here we go. 30 base.
You're not ready.
Hey, wahoo. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. They can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. "12 yards on the return that time, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Ship.
15. Easy.
I got it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And bring it.
They're going deep for Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Throwing again. Eason.
Give me that ball, defense.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Give me something. Here we go, here we go.
Kick the edge, kick the edge.
Yep.
Come. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Record.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Go.
Let's go. 5-2.
Here's the 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick your game
He's
up.
airing it out for Williams. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Go. Motion.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Yellow. 180.
50.
Hey, Riblin.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Cut.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Raiders nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Yes, yes. Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Yellow. On the water, right?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, Ribbles.
55's my guy, 55. It's a party now.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Man left, man left. Hey, check. Mike 50.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Mike 50. Let's go, defense.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the Raiders have got him. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Here we go. Check, 52's the mic. Check, 52's
Hey, zoom.
I'm here all day.
Mike 52.
Ready?
To throw again, Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Easy work. It's easy
No
work.
gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He's going to wind up in air. And got his man complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now.
Hey, let's get this.
Fofo's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch.
From the gun, Eason. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Down. 30 base. Bravo.
Right here.
Mike 52. Here we go.
Go.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Hey, Delta. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Hey, alert. Mike 50.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, as the 1st half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Here we go.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
52. Hey.
Throwing on first down. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got him.
Go.
Motion.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch Mike.
No gain on this.
Big trip.
Throwing again. Eason. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
64, weak. Go.
Mike, 44.
Check tight end. Check tight.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun. Eason. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Yeah.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Our time. It's our time. Slam.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Right there.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know you feel that.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey! Hey, Alpha!
Who's the mic? Check 52's the mic.
Coming for you.
Mike 50 did it. 52.
From the gun, Eason. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's go now.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
5-2 is the mic. Mike's 5-2. Mike.
Ready?
Back to throw. Eason. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Ready, ready. 10 over. 80 weapons.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, high 7.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Yeah, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. They run it again with Williams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mike. Yellow. Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Check 37. Check 37.
Hey, yo, go gun.
Check 55 to Mike. Check.
Yellow.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes now on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 25 yards that time.
And a first down, Chiefs.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Come back!
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Shift, shift.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
I'm going to hit you.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Kelsey out in the slot right. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 52. Go. 52.
From the gun, Eason.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I got him. Back's mine. I got him.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Ready?
Watch Mike.
General West.
Hey, alert 3.
Check 50.
Switch.
6 guys.
Rock it. Hit it.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
61, matchbox lights. SOS. Yes.
No. Off.
Get it.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
22 jet bomber. Hey, zoom. Go. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Hey, switch gears. Check 4.
Check 13.
X3, 218, chopper.
5'2" is a Mike. Mike's 5'2", Mike 5'2".
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Yeah, let's get in there, Hal.
There.
Looking to throw. Eason, he's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Get ready. First and 6 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Check pass, check pass.
To throw is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Kill.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Got a man. He finds Sanders. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Yellow.
I got you, son.
Yellow.
Hey, Mike's 50. Check the outs.
Hey, 57.
Hey, no, look up. Hey,
Delta.
Mike 50, huh? Did you go get this, Mike?
They'll look to throw.
You think you gonna get
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st down, Chiefs.
50.
Yellow.
180. Not today, you are. Not today.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's your time, baby.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here coming down really.